The controversial birthday party by the wife of the senior pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG City of David Parish, Pastor Iluyomade, Dr. Shiju Iluyomade, where late Adeboye and his family worshipped before his tragic death in an helicopter crash in the US, is threatening to tear the church apart. Business Hallmark can now report that the ultimate culprit in the birthday quagmire may indeed by the General Overseer, Pastor Adeboye himself, who Lance was privy to the infamous party. The question being asked is, why did he sanction the party? So accusing finger is being pointed beyond Pastor Iluyomade, who is also a special assistant to the GO, and this may explain why it has been difficult for the church leadership to take disciplinary action against the church. Why the church leadership is said to be sharply divided on the appropriate disciplinary measures to be meted out to the erring pastor and his wife, the immediate family of the late Access Bank holding GCO. It was Lance are also displeased with the leadership of the City of David Parish, describing their decision to allow the lavish party or birthday party to go ahead as planned as utterly insensitive. Wigwe'S, his wife and son, it to be recalled, had perished in a fatal helicopter crash that occurred near the Nevada-California border in the United States of America on 9th of February. The Eurocopter EC-130, which carried Wigwe'S and 5 others, crashed on its way to Las Vegas, killing all the people on board. His tragic and untimely death had thrown the nation, especially the business and Christian communities where he held sway while alive, into mourning. Apart from physically attending the service at the parish with his family anytime they were in town, Wigwe'S was a strong member who cheerfully donated millions of naira to the church's numerous programs and projects. Aside that, reliable church source confirmed that he fully deployed the services of Access Bank PLC to the church, especially the facilitation of a liberal loan worth billions of naira for the construction of the 12 billion naira Trinity Tower, a massive commercial and residential project undertaken by the City of David Parish in Oniru, Victoria Island, Lagos. Expectedly, not a few wanted the church to mourn him for a respectable period, at least until his mortal remains and his departed family members are committed to Mother Earth. However, on Sunday, 18th of February 2024, the nation was thrown into shock when a lavish special diamond ball reception was held at the Eko Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos, to mark Dr. Mrs. Iluyomade'S 60th birthday celebration. More surprising, RCCG members and leadership from the City of David Parish staged a strong presence at the party, described by many as a vulgar carnival of sorts, where they wined and dined with the celebrants. Plenty of assorted food and drinks were provided at the colorful event that was graced by hundreds of people, among them pastors from different churches, traditional rulers, politicians, businessmen, party chieftains, among other heavyweights, including the chairman of Heirs Holdings, Mr. Tony Elumelu, and billionaire businessman Chief Razak Okoya. Other guests at the event are the wives of Lagos and Ogun State Governors Mrs. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu and Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, Chief Nike Akonde, and business mogul Chief Samuel Adeboye, Seun of Ogbomoso Oba Olaoye Gandhi, and the Oniru of Oniru Oba Omogbolahan. Also on the list are the senior pastor of Trinity House, Pastor Itua Ighodalo, wife of former Ekiti Governor Erelu Bisi Fayemi, former Lagos Deputy Governors Mrs. Adejoke Orelope, Ade Fulere, and Sarah Choson, and many others. The electric atmosphere and entertainment that punctuated the Pastor Iluyomade'S better half 60th birthday party was provided by a popular hip hop artist Flavor, who treated guests to scintillating tunes. The loud party business hallmark gathered did not go well with many people, including church leaders and elders, friends and associates, and family members of the late Access Holdings Enchma. Those opposed to the party argued that the church celebrants and husband should have limited the party event to the church service that preceded the reception party at Eco Hotels, while supporters of the event defended the decision to go ahead with it, revealing that it was shifted 3 times before the final decision not to move to the date again was taken. Okay, can you imagine? Revealing that it was shifted 3 times before the final decision not to move the date again was taken. Mortified by the glaring display of insensitivity to the departed souls, okay, BH gathered that the national headquarters of the ROCCG considered slamming several punitive measures on Pastor Iluyomade, whom they claimed let the church down by not proving to be a good ambassador. One of the punishments meted out to the embattled pastor, it was learnt it is the instruction to him to voluntarily tender his resignation. The rebuke and instruction to resign, it was gathered, personally came from the General Overseer of the ROCCG International, Pastor Enoch Adeboye. Pastor Iluyomade, however, allegedly refused to tender his resignation letter as instructed by the church authorities. Meanwhile, the BH could not independently verify that Pastor Adeboye actually issued the instruction, but a source close to Daddy Gio, as Pastor Adeboye is fondly called, dismissed the claim that Iluyomade was asked to resign. That account is preposterous, is the cure for headache cutting off the head. The church has laid down procedures for discipline erring pastors or its officers. The worst charge Pastor Iluyomade can face is that of a impropriety, which comes with a reprimand of or a maximum penalty of being demoted or transferred out of station. I can tell you that instruction to resign did not happen. You can go to bank with it. That is not how we do things in the RCCG. The source, who did not want his identity disclosed, claim. Another source, who also spoke on the matter on the condition of anonymity, said the Redeemed Church will be thrown into crisis if Iluyomade is forced to resign. According to him, the pastor is one of the strongest men of God in RCCG, and any attempts to throw him under the bus will have a huge repercussions. Pastor Iluyomade is one of the most influential men of God in RCCG. He is even one of the pastors in line to succeed Daddy GO after his exit. He has his loyal and faithful followers who are massive in number, so it will not be easy to just ask him to go. If you don't know, Iluyomade is the pastor in charge of RCCG Region 20 with thousands of parishes under his leadership. He is also the head of RCCG's renowned for excellence Apapa family, with parishes and missionaries planted and being supported all over the world. Apart from that, he is the visionary of the multi-billion naira Trinity Towers project built by the City of David everybody is talking about today. Let us even put aside as the special assistant to Pastor Adeboye on Christian social responsibility. You sincerely believe he did not get Daddy Gio's approval, even if tactics and unspoken, to go ahead with the party as planned. However, that does not mean I am in support of the insensitive party. Iluyomade should have reined in his wife. If he's not careful, she is the one that will bring him down. She's a socialite too obsessed with her appearance. Her penchant for shouting wears and expensive jewelry is legendary. I hope and pray she won't even destroy her husband's ministry, the source stated. Meanwhile, the family of the late Abat Wigwe has sidelined the RCCG of David Parish in the programs scheduled for his final burial rites. According to the notice of funeral rites for the departed soul, the city of David Parish was conspicuously excluded from the burial program. For instance, the burial rites kicked off on Monday, 4th of March, with a celebration of the professional legacy of the former GCU of Access Holdings at Eco Hotel in Lagos, with governors, bank chiefs, traditional rulers and businessmen, including Alhaji Aliko Dangote, in attendance. On Tuesday, March 5th, the lives of Wigwe'S late son and wife, Chizi and Chizoba, will be celebrated in separate ceremonies at Eco Hotel in Lagos before a night of tribute on Wednesday at the same venue. On March 7th, a combined service of songs will be held at the RCCG Resurrection Parish, Lekki, followed by a Christian wakekeeping at Wigwe University, Isiopo, Ikwere Local Government Area, River State. The combined funeral and private interment service are scheduled for March 9. They will be followed by an outing service at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Lion of Judah Parish, Isiopo, Ikwere Local Government Area, River State, on March 10, with no appointed road of the city of David Parish or any of its leaders. Wow. Yes. We have been talking about this scene over and over again, but the more you talk about it, the more you begin to see some things, some hidden truth and all of that. That at the end of the day, if you are really sincere, you don't even know where to stand. But the only thing some people can say, or me, I can even say, is that it is well, the deed has already been done. If not because of the most important and the painful part of this whole thing is that the people that lost their lives, the other ones are just trying to, okay, some people did birthday and all of that. And if it is true that they had shifted the time of the party, up to 3 times, until when they got to a stage, they now said, oh, you know what, let us go ahead. The deed had already been done. But I would have suggested they would have just waited. Of course, maybe if the party could have been done next week, because by this weekend, everything will be over. And, it wouldn't have been a bad thing if they had shifted it, if it is true that they shifted it almost 3 times. But, well, life must still move on. Whether somebody did party or not, with the painful aspect of it that will be affecting the family members is the loss of 3 people at a time, not even the party. Not because they did party. The reason why did they die is what the family members will be asking. This issue of a birthday party is just secondary. It's secondary. Well, whether Adeboye agreed to that or not, of course, we can see that the man in question and his wife are so powerful. So it will be difficult. So they have to look at a lot of things on ground. And in one of my videos, I said, you cannot even rule out the fact that there are some people, because a lot of envy, jealousy in that place, that some people will be wanting, let these people live. And for the fact that the Iluyomade'S are the pillars of the building of that place, it's not going to be possible, because I've experienced similar thing, that a pastor who made sure that a particular parish was built, he collected loan because of his influence. All of a sudden, they've not even finished payments of the loan. They wanted to transfer the pastor out of the place. There was Kasala busted. Another one said not even happened, but because the pastor was the one who was instrumental to the building of the church, he borrowed money. He used his influence to get money to build the church, and they have not started paying money. You said they should remove him and bring another person. People say, who is going to manage the repayment of the loan and all of that? So it's going to be a very, very dicey situation, which is it already. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.